Hi there and welcome to your talent palette tutorial. In this one, I'm going to take a moment just to show you how to create department profiles, how they slightly differ from your master one, and why you might want to use them in the first place. As a quick recap, when you first come into your talent palette, the first thing you are prompted to do is create your master profile, inputting as much quality detail around your company culture, your values, your value proposition, your brand, your tone, that kind of thing. Doesn't matter if you don't have any robust documentation. At the very least, though, you might want some ideas floating around in your head so you can enter them, because, as I've said throughout these tutorials, the better quality you put into the platform, the better quality you'll get out. I'll put a link to the first video here on how to create your master profile, but as a very quick reminder, you come to your dashboard, you click profiles. Because we've already created one, it's listed here. If it wasn't, you'll jump straight into the creation wizard, which looks a little something like this. There's some preamble in terms of giving you some guidance. There are some helpful tips here on what to enter if you're not sure. And then as you see, it's got fields that we have completed in a previous video. And you can navigate around using this drop down by clicking on them. These colors represent the quality, the level of detail. You need to have at least 2 of these at an amber, which shows you've put the bare minimum in before you can progress to creating jobs, because the system wants to nudge you down the path of quality. And as a bare minimum, you need 2 of these completed. Otherwise, the AI will have nothing to work with when creating your assets in future. So you can navigate here, or you can use these little pills here to step around and go wherever you want to. So as you can see, we've got our purpose, and the previous tutorial shows you how to fill all these in. You can save and continue. We've got our mission, etc. So we have all that. Now, there might be a situation which I myself have been in a couple of times when being in-house, when you create your master brand, and as you're doing so, 1 or 2 departments may approach you and say, well, actually, we need to be slightly different in our tone. Because, for example, salespeople in the US may be a lot more positive, want more language along those lines, but you may have technical people, engineers in Eastern Central Europe who prefer a bit more of a direct tone, a bit more candor. So obviously the best employer brands and EVPs have that flexibility built in. You've got the overarching things of what you want to say and how you want to say it, but obviously you can adjust things depending on the audience you're looking to engage with. So to cater for that, you can click here, create a department profile. Gives you a bit of blurb about what this is for, and let's just put in product and tech for this example. I'll show you the full form in a moment, but you can go step by step. And what this will do is give you another tip on what you can do and how it works. So it will inherit from the master brands. You don't have to go and do everything all over again. You might just want to adjust one of the fields because there's a nuance there, and leave everything else as is. And you can reset. So let me show you how that works. You've got the same features and functionality. You've got this navigation. Now this will be in the location and open or close depending on how you last left it. So you can do that and move it out the way over here. As you can see, it's got these badges to say whether it's inherited or it has been tailored. So let's just say we like the culture, we want to keep that. Purpose and vision should be the same across the organization. You share the mission, you share the same values. You may have slightly different values for a department. I've worked in companies where they've done that. I don't necessarily agree with it. I think it becomes a bit patchwork quilt, a little bit schizophrenic. But some companies do it. Each to their own. You've got your value proposition, brand identity, you've got your tone of voice. So let's use this one as an example. So this is quite extensive based on the demo I showed in the master profile tutorial. But let's say we want to customize this one. So it clears it for you. And you might say, there's tips here, there's tips here. And you might say, in product and tech, our conversation style and our way of communicating is a little bit more direct. We're engineers after all. We like to get to the point quickly and we deal in fact. Candor is our way of engaging, never offensive, always with care. But again, we like to be precise in how we communicate and how we code. Something like that. And as you can see, again, when I showed the previous tutorial, there's many ways. You may have documents you want to upload. You may have a page on a website, which you could simply scrape, or you can type it in manually. Oh, and there you go. That'll be saved. And you can go back and forth and you get to the end here and it shows you what's been customized, what's been inherited from the master brand. You could always go back if you wanted to. And this will take you to the full form view, which again, I show the differences in the original master profile tutorial, where instead of it being the step-by-step wizard, you can just see everything here. So you'd come here, you'd go to your tone of voice. All these are inherited. This one's customized, and you can see there, it's there as well. And then what you would do is you can create a job against this particular profile. Add a job. Here you would then choose the profile from product and tech. You'd add your title, you'd add your details. It shows you the quality. Again, that's linked to in the job video. I will link to that here now so you can see that. And then you go on and create your assets. Generate assets. It may not allow it. Yeah, I've got my product and tech department there. I don't have a job, but if I did, it would list there. And then you would have all the same options you would have as per the master brand and the job there with all these assets you could generate and create. So there you go. That's how you do department profiles. That's why you might want to do department profiles. If you do that, you can then create assets and jobs for them. I hope that helps. And if you're looking for any other guidance for the rest of the app, be sure to check out the playlist I've created that includes all the tutorials to help you find your fate. See you again soon. Cheers.